Hello, everyone. God bless everyone in the name of Jesus. This video is going to be about Julian Assange and Wikileaks and whether just just basically critical thinking, asking questions, and that's about it. Um, there's been two interviews, one with Russia Today, another with Fox, but still, that's not good enough proof of him actually being there. Um, Number one, voice can be faked using computer. Picture can be faked using computer. Video can be faked using computer. That's a fact. It's not good enough evidence. And also, all the things leading up from since last year, of all the weird, funny business that's been happening regarding what was happening there, including the mass internet outage and all of that. And also, I've seen the video interviews and I saw clear computer manipulation going on. They can't get it perfect. And if you watch close enough, you'll see that there was a manipulation going on there. So it's just asking questions. Okay, so on the evening of October 16, 2016, the alternative media was alit with rumors that Assange had died. The dead man switch, decryption keys like passwords, was released. And then it says WikiLeaks quickly put the rumors to rest with the tweet that they had activated the dead man switch after they cut the internet off. Two days later, a tweet, WikiLeaks identified the Obama administration, specifically John Kerry, as the state actor behind the internet going out. Although, since the Assange voice was heard in a telephone call, freelance journalist Jim Stone maintains Assange has been assassinated. Stone writes, WikiLeaks confirmed gone. I believe this is 100% real. 15 of the top people at WikiLeaks were nailed at the same time Julian Assange had his internet cut. Meaning, they rushed in, police, whoever it is, government agents rushed in to where the workers of WikiLeaks were living. Okay. I watched the live cam all night and they took Assange away in a black armored van. If he was still at the embassy, he would have appeared at the window and has not. Now it appears one of the top WikiLeaks staff has spoken out. Okay, and so, it's basically based on belief. Whatever you believe. You can't get 100% proof. However, when there's a lot of funny business going on, that lends credence to one side or the other. There was too much funny business going on all at the same time. And so um, uh, there was a poster on 8chan, which is a message board where you can post pictures and talk to people and things like that. called 8chan, and it's semi-anonymous, but not really. And you know, this is the this is the actual the thread picture. Someone took a screenshot, and so let's just read it. I'm one of the 15 WikiLeaks personnel that were raided at the same time Julian's internet was cut at the Ecuadorian embassy. I was issued a national security letter and a gag order, and all my computer equipment was seized. We had several contingency communication plans in place, and I have been unable to contact Julian or any WikiLeaks personnel except for one through our alternative communication channel. Julian is missing, as are most of the WikiLeaks personnel that I had regular communications with. WikiLeaks personnel are not in control of the official Twitter account. The WikiLeaks IAMA on Reddit was not conducted by WikiLeaks personnel. The DDoS attack on the East Coast prevented the dead man switch from being activated. There is a contingency plan, but it requires physical travel. I am on it. There has been an incredible charade to keep up the appearance that Julian is fine. Several trusted people are obviously under duress, as I cannot imagine any reason why they would promote the charade. I want to stress that we are no longer in control of WikiLeaks, the actual website. I advise whistleblowers to not submit leaks since we are not in control of our infrastructure. The people in control of our infrastructure will use it to identify and prosecute whistleblowers. Now, the biggest issue and the main reason, at least personally for me, that feels like WikiLeaks is 100% compromised now is the internet. All the whole, like, you know, East Coast, when that happened last year, where like a lot of the whole internet, one of the internet backbones, one of the corporations that control the internet backbones, that company, it was hacked and it was shut off, and the whole internet thing went down, and all of this stuff was happening all at the same time. How convenient that is. Isn't that just so convenient? No, that's funny business. When you see funny business, when you see too many things happening all at the same time, okay? That's a plan. Somebody planned that. It doesn't just happen by itself. Nothing here just happens by itself like that. Everything here is planned, pre-planned out. There's no such thing as random chance. There's no such thing as luck. That doesn't exist. It's pre-planned out. I'm scared for my life and in hiding, and it's possible I could be tracked despite my precautions. However, the lives of whistleblowers are in danger, and I will have an ethical responsibility to warn them. We are not in control of our infrastructure. Do not submit leaks. You will be identified. I will attempt to activate the dead man switch using the final contingency plan. You'll have your proof if I succeed. I want proofs. You're not using Tor, for example, which raises questions. Tor is compromised. Exit nodes are owned by intelligence agencies. And not only are the exit nodes owned by intelligent agencies, also the routing nodes, the nodes that are the proxy nodes, the nodes in between the entrance and exit nodes, quite a few of them are owned by intelligence agencies as well, not just exit nodes. It's very technical and complicated, but long story short, they exploited a loophole we did not consider. There was massive cooperation between US intelligence agencies and foreign intelligence agencies. The people that seized my computer equipment and interrogated me claimed to be CIA and had CIA documentation. I suspect the CIA is in control of our infrastructure, but it is likely it's a combination of the CIA and GHCQ. The NSA will not work with the CIA, but the GHCQ will. I am breaking my gag order by posting here, and they will try to track me down. I know I'm forfeiting my life by doing this, but I have to warn potential leakers. I'm under a gag order. I admit I'm in fear for my life. I finally worked up the courage to break it. I can't let the global pedophile ring continue to harm innocent children. I can't let potential leakers hoping to expose it be identified. We have hundreds of thousands of emails and documents from secret think tanks. We have proof of child exploitation of children in Haiti and the UK by the Clinton Foundation. Child exploitation in every country is run by the same people at the top. We have proof that the drug market is controlled by intelligence agencies to fund black projects. We received these leaks from several sources, including NSA, FBI, NYPD, France, DGSI, Interpol, Scotland Yard, and Switzerland's MND. Our Podesta leaks were automated, and they decided to let them continue because they knew the contents and did not deem them a threat to national security. And they wanted to keep up the charade that WikiLeaks was still operational. Phase 3, the Clinton Foundation emails were also automated. However, they shut these leaks down due to national security. Several prominent people, including leaders of foreign governments, France, Italy, China, are implicated in the pedophile ring. If this information is released, entire governments will collapse, bringing the world economy with it. The destruction of WikiLeaks was an unprecedented global effort. There is a silent war that's been raging in the US since 2001 between various intelligence agencies. Edward Snowden's leaks were intended as a nuclear bomb by the CIA to discredit the NSA and have them dismantled due to public outrage. The CIA is at war with the NSA due to exponential rise in technology and surveillance capabilities. The NSA became aware of the CIA's global government manipulation, especially the manipulation of the US and UK governments and their global child exploitation and blackmail network. The CIA and the people they protect are the old power structure. The NSA became the new power structure and a competitor because technology and the information they can harvest. The NSA is under the control of technocratic transhumanist types. Edward Snowden's revelations did not harm the NSA. Phase 3, the Clinton Foundation emails would have dealt a huge blow to the old power structure, which is why they prevented the release of the emails at all costs. If there was any question about Julian's safety, he would immediately appear at the balcony window to the public. He would not want the reputation and credibility of WikiLeaks to be in question. Again, I want to stress that we are no longer in control of WikiLeaks. I advise whistleblowers to not submit leaks since we are not in control of our infrastructure. The people in control of our infrastructure will use it to identify and prosecute whistleblowers. Okay, so, he should, he used to go to the window all the time, and he used to peek out from the curtain. He used to always do that. And then now he doesn't do that anymore. Obviously, just from that, doesn't that throw up a red flag? I mean, it's not proof of anything, but why would he suddenly modulate his behavior and change his behavior when he was doing that the whole time? And then suddenly, he wasn't doing it. And then, of course, the Twitter, the official WikiLeaks Twitter, said that that's fake. Black PR campaigns posts going around recently trying to suppress submissions to WikiLeaks. False, but who benefits? Well, think about it. It's either one or the other. They can't both be true, okay? Either WikiLeaks is everything is A-okay, nothing to see here, move along, citizen, right? Everything good. Or WikiLeaks is 100% compromised. It's one or the other. Okay? So, just think of what was going on. Think of what happened. Okay? And then, they asked on Twitter, and this was way before, back in November. Okay? It is too bizarre. The other day, a cat appeared at the window of the embassy wearing a collar and tie. To me, this is pure mockery. Right. So, in the Ecuadorian embassy in the UK, where Julian used to, peek his head out the window and look outside, they put a picture of a cat in a tie. Oh, but, nothing to see here. Move along. Nothing to see here. Don't ask questions. Believe. Who benefits? Ask yourself this. Who benefits if WikiLeaks is compromised and then you give the info to WikiLeaks and it's compromised now? Who benefits then? See? And so then here we go. Here's kind of the just a breakdown, a pretty good breakdown of what happened. So WikiLeaks tweets a photo of armed police outside the embassy. The internet gets cut out. Then a massive attack on the U.S. East Coast and across Europe. DDoS cyber attack for the internet. Strange out of character misspelled tweets from WikiLeaks. Missing letters in tweets spell out help him. No proof of life. WikiLeaks tweets an odd questionnaire asking what we would like as proof of life. Pamela Anderson visits Assange. Okay, and we'll get into the witch. Okay, the devil worshipper, witch, Pamela Anderson, spirit cooker, worshiping the devil. Okay, this is who we're dealing with. We're dealing with devil worshippers. You can't trust a devil worshipper. You can't have anything to do with the devil worshipper. You can't be near them. You shouldn't talk to them. You shouldn't have anything to do with them at all. Okay, and so Pamela Anderson just happens to visit Assange after all of that other shit happened. But nothing to see here. WikiLeaks isn't compromised. Move along, citizen. Move along. Nothing to see here. Don't ask questions. Don't think. Don't think. Don't look at any of the funny business. Business as usual. Nothing to see here. Right? And then the Podesta email leaks continue. And then Assange appears by the phone. And remember, voice can be faked by computer. Picture can be faked by computer. Video can be faked by computer. All that can be faked by computer. And then Pamela Anderson visits the embassy again, bringing her cookies or cupcakes or whatever the fuck it is. WikiLeaks suffered a massive DDoS attack and there has been no credible proof of life ever since. The US government has had a history of using celebrities for espionage. Pamela Anderson is a decoy. They knew that she would generate news stories and photos with her visits and therefore perpetuate the lie that Assange is still in the embassy. Well, why didn't Pamela tweet any selfies? That's another good question. Why doesn't Assange just go to the window? That's another question. Why would a liberal go out of her way to visit the man who was actively working on taking down the most prominent liberal candidate in history, Clinton? It doesn't make sense. There's no good reason for Anderson to visit Assange at all. Oh, they're good friends. They're good friends. Oh, really? If Assange was really good friends with Pamela Anderson, then the only reason would be because he didn't know she was a literal witch, spirit cooker, devil worshipper. I think Assange would be smart enough to know not to be good friends with a witch that does spirit cooking, worshiping the devils. Then the anonymous WikiLeaks employee, okay, supposedly, we don't know if that's true, but it does kind of make sense if you actually put everything that happened together. if you just put everything that happened together, it kind of makes sense. Post those messages, the 8chan messages. Everything that person said makes perfect sense, especially with what we've uncovered regarding Pizzagate, a reference to Comet Ping Pong, and then that. All of us, which brings us to Pamela Anderson, 49, the aging actress whose airbrushed naked image adorned the cover and centerfold of pornographic Playboy magazine 15 times, and who recently co-authored an op-ed with a celebrity rabbi decrying pornography and porn addiction. Notwithstanding her op-ed, Anderson continued to be photographed scantily clad, with her silicone-inflated breasts bulging over her low-cut tops. And so, you see, a devil worshipper is unstable in all their ways because they're double-minded. So there she is writing this article, supposedly. She probably didn't even write it. She probably just had someone write it, put her name on it. And then she's still having pictures taken of her in the thing that she's going against. So she's a hypocrite. Having pictures taken of her body like that, and then she's writing that thing that's against it. Indeed, Anderson did visit Assange on the same day that his internet connection was severed. And then you can read it. Think Pamela Anderson as honeypot is far-fetched? Remember, and then, you can read his post. Evidence that Clinton and her associates are Satanists. So you can read that if you want. It's on the same website, Fellowship of the Minds. Okay, so this is like gross and disgusting. It's just performance art, right. And I also uploaded a video of spirit cooking on my channel. If you want to look at exactly what spirit cooking is and why I say it's devil worship. Alright? Abra Mavic is known for her spirit cooking, and you can look all about that, and you can see it's all fucking gross, disgusting, simulating, cannibalism, and it's just ridiculous. And among the celebrity attendees at the simulated cannibalism was none other than Pamela Anderson, and there it is. So you can't trust Pamela Anderson. You can't trust any of these people. Okay? You can't do it because they worship the devil. And so they're witches. They worship the devil. They cast spells. They practice witchcraft. Okay? And so you have her visiting Assange on the day the internet was cut out, and then you have her visiting him again. Oh, but Wikileaks is not compromised. Oh, but nothing to see here. Business as usual. Everything is okay. I mean, think. Admittedly, all of this is bizarre. Well, once you start to put the pieces together, it starts to make sense. Okay, and then I wanted to go to this video real quick here.
American mind and
it's real fast.
He represents American white trash. Deplorable and irredeemable. American white trash. Deplorable 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 trash. Deplorable.
This is CGI, okay? This is computer. Okay? They couldn't manipulate the image. They couldn't manipulate the image perfectly. They couldn't manipulate the image perfectly. Okay? And so they fucked it up. This should never have happened. Okay, this is computer. Okay, if you've ever used Photoshop, you've ever used the burn tool in Photoshop, obviously they didn't use Photoshop for this. Well, maybe they did, but if you've ever used it, this is a tool that you can use to smudge the image. It would look something like this. Okay, this is computer. This is computer. This is fake. This is not real. This is computer.
From Germany, we publish from the Netherlands and a number of other countries, so that the attempted squeeze
This is computer. Okay, this is computer. This is editing. This is fake. This is computer generated. This is fake. It's not real. This is an edit. Okay, they can fake people on video, and not only can they fake people through the computer editing the image, the voice can also be faked. And now I want to go to the faking of the voice. Okay, I want to go to the faking of the voice. And so this is just an example of what can be used to fake the voice. Okay, so let me go to, let's look.
Load this audio piece into vocal. So wait a second. And we have this. So as you can see, let me zoom in a little bit. So as you can see, we have the audio waveform above it, and we have the text under it. And when we play back, the text and the audio should play back at the same time. And
I kissed my wife and my dogs.
whoa! Wait, here's more. We can actually type something that's not here. So,
okay, so exactly. So they can actually have a person's voice say something that they never said. It's not something that you have to even say. They can make it where you say a word where the word is said that you never actually said it. Watch.
I heard that actually on that day, Michael actually kissed our Jordan. So, sorry. To recover the truth, let's do it. So let's remove the word "my" here.
Your secret's out, Jordan.
And just type the word Jordan.
Ooh.
And here we go.
And I kissed Jordan and my dogs.
Well,
you a witch. You a demon.
oh yeah.
Okay, so you see what he said? Now, obviously, this guy is not a devil, and I don't think he's a witch. But what he said is true about the people that are running the show. They're controlled by devils, demons, and they are witches, and they practice witchcraft.